Okay. Just stop scrolling for a second. Seriously. If you're getting Social Security, like any kind of Social Security at all, there's something you need to know before February 25th. And I don't mean like maybe. I mean actually need to know. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm not trying to create panic or anything. I'm saying it because what I'm about to explain could directly affect whether your payment shows up on time, whether your benefits keep going without interruption, and whether you avoid a mistake that honestly thousands of people make every year. Not because they're careless, not because they did something wrong, but because nobody told them. Nobody explained it clearly. So just stay with me for a minute. Don't skip ahead. This video is for you if you're on Social Security retirement, if you're on SSDI, that's Social Security Disability Insurance. Sometimes people mix that up. If you're getting SSI, Supplemental Security Income, if you're a widow or a widower collecting survivor benefits, or if you're receiving spousal benefits under your partner's work record. If any of that sounds like you, or honestly, even someone in your family, please keep watching. Even if you think, oh, this probably doesn't apply to me. Just listen. In the next few minutes, and I'll try to keep this simple, I'm going to walk you through what's happening right now in February 2026, what deadline is coming up, why this year is a little different than the last few years, which specific groups need to take action and which ones don't, and exactly what you need to do before February 25th. Because this isn't about rumors, it's not about hype, it's not about those dramatic posts you see online. This is about timing, and timing really matters with this stuff. So just take a breath. Stay with me. And let's go through this slowly, step by step. I'll also tell you the most common mistakes people make, and honestly, they're not big, dramatic mistakes. They're small, like really small. But those small things, they end up delaying payments or triggering reviews that nobody needed, and then suddenly you're stressed for no reason. And I don't want that happening to you. I've spent years, a lot of years, sitting across from seniors and families on fixed incomes, helping them understand their Social Security rights and benefits. I'm not selling anything. I'm not affiliated with the Social Security Administration. I don't work there. I don't get paid by them. None of that. I'm just someone who sat across from thousands of worried people, and thousands who thought something was wrong with their check. Most of the time, it wasn't. We just had to slow down and look at the details. So let's start with something useful, like practical. February 2026 payment schedule. Okay, if your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th, your February payment was delivered on February 11th. If it didn't show up that morning, don't panic yet. I'll explain in a second. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, your payment is scheduled for February 18th. And if your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, your payment is coming on February 25th. Yes, I know some months don't have a 31st. You get what I mean. If your birthday is in that last group, it's the 25th. Now, SSI is different. It always kind of does its own thing. If you receive SSI, your February payment was actually delivered early, January 30th. That's because February 1st fell on a Sunday this year. When that happens, they move the payment forward, not backward, forward. And your next SSI payment, the March one, will arrive on February 27th. Now here's another group people forget about. If you started receiving benefits before May 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI, your payment came on February 3rd. Write these dates down, seriously. Don't just think, I'll remember. You won't. Nobody does. Now, here's where people make mistakes. If the money doesn't show up the second they wake up that morning, they panic. They assume it's gone. They assume something happened. Wait 2 to 3 business days. Business days, not regular days. Weekends don't count. Holidays don't count. Banks process differently. Sometimes it hits later in the day. Sometimes the bank holds it for a few hours. It happens. If after 2 or 3 business days it still isn't there, then you call the Social Security Administration directly. Not a number someone texted you, not a random website, not your cousin who knows someone. Call the official office. Most problems, they get solved just by following that simple timing rule. But people rush, and rushing makes it worse. Now, let's talk about what's happening before February 25th, because honestly, this part kind of matters more than people think it does. See, right now, Social Security is in the middle of what I would call a transition period. Things are shifting. There are staffing changes happening inside the Social Security Administration. Some offices are short-staffed, some are reorganizing. It's not dramatic, but it's different. And there are new identity verification requirements being rolled out, slowly, not everywhere at once, but they're happening. And there's more pressure, especially on people who haven't updated their information in a while, to confirm their records are current, like actually current, not I think it's fine current. Here's the plain truth, and I'm just going to say it straight. If your contact information, your banking details, or even one small personal detail is outdated in the Social Security system, even slightly off, your payment can be delayed. Not canceled, not gone forever, delayed. But for someone living on a fixed income, a delay of even a week can feel like a disaster. It can. Rent doesn't pause, bills don't pause, life doesn't pause. And that's why February 25th matters. That's the window, right now, before the end of the month, where you want to double-check that everything in your record is correct, verified, matching. Because once the system flags something, it slows everything down. Now, you might be thinking, and this is normal, I've been getting my payment for years. Nothing's changed. Why does this suddenly matter? Fair question, really fair. Here's the answer. 2026 is different. Systems are being updated. Records are being cross-checked more aggressively. When databases update, small inconsistencies that sat there for years suddenly get noticed. And sometimes it's tiny stuff. An old address you forgot to change, a bank account you closed but never removed, one wrong digit in a routing number, simple things. Think of it like this. The post office can't deliver a letter to the wrong address. It just can't. And Social Security can't send your money to a closed account, or an account that technically doesn't match your name exactly. And most delays aren't because someone did something wrong. They're because something wasn't updated. Completely preventable problems. So don't panic, don't overreact, just check. Log in, review your details, make sure your address is spelled right, make sure your bank info matches exactly, even spacing sometimes matters. Because fixing it now, before February 25th, is way easier than fixing it after a payment gets stuck and you're sitting on hold for 2 hours with the Social Security Administration wondering what happened. And trust me, you don't want to be in that position. First, the COLA, that's the cost of living adjustment, increased benefits by 2.8% starting January 2026. So what that means is the average retiree is getting roughly about $56 extra per month, around that, which brings the average monthly check to about $2,071, maybe a few dollars more or less depending on your situation. Now, on paper, that sounds simple, just an increase. Good news. But anytime benefit amounts change, and yeah, I know that grammar sounded off, but you get what I mean. Anytime they change, there's a higher chance of processing errors, because the system has to recalculate everything, update records, adjust totals. And when that happens, if your banking information isn't perfectly matched to what's inside the Social Security Administration system, delays can happen. Not always, not every time, but it happens. Even something small, one wrong digit, an old account still on file, a name that doesn't exactly match the bank formatting, small stuff like that causes bigger headaches than it should. Second thing, the SSA is now enforcing a paperless payment policy, which basically means you have to have direct deposit set up, or you use a direct express card. Paper checks are being phased out, and if you're still getting a paper check and haven't switched yet, this affects you, like directly affects you. If you haven't set up direct deposit yet, you can go to Treasury's Go Direct website or call the Treasury's Electronic Payments Solutions Center at 1-800-333-1795. I'm going to repeat that number because people forget it. 1-800-333-1795.
If you wait too long to switch, it can delay things. And once there's a delay, fixing it isn't as fast as it used to be. Which brings me to the third thing, staffing. The agency is dealing with reduced staffing in many regional offices. Not everywhere maybe, but a lot of places. So when there is a problem, even a small one, it takes longer to fix now than it did a few years ago. What used to take days sometimes now can take weeks. Not always, but sometimes, and that sometimes is enough to matter. So when you combine all of this, new payment amounts, paperless policy enforcement, reduced staffing, it makes right now a very important time to double-check everything, because small mistakes right now don't get fixed as quick as they used to. And when you're depending on that check every month, even a short delay feels long. And most of these problems, they're preventable. That's the frustrating part. Okay, so here's what you want to do before February 25th. Step by step. Don't rush. Take a deep breath. Step 1. Check your contact info, your mailing address, your phone number, your email if you have one. Make sure everything is correct in your Social Security record. Like literally log in, check it, or call them if you need to. Even a small typo can delay a payment. I've seen it happen. A single letter, one number in your account, and boom, delay. Step 2. Check your direct deposit info, your bank account or your Direct Express card, whatever you get your money on. Make sure it's correct. If it changed recently, maybe you got a new bank card or switched accounts, update it. Don't wait. Seriously, don't wait. Step 3. Look at your February payment, or if you already got it, compare it to your December or January payment. Yeah, I know it might look confusing with the COLA and early SSI payments and all that, but write it down, make a note, even take a screenshot on your phone if it helps. That way, if something seems off, you have proof. Step 4. If anything seems wrong, and I mean anything, call Social Security. The number is 1-800-772-1213. Yes, the hold can be long, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. I know, I get it, it's annoying, but it's worth it. Don't give up after one call. Don't just sigh and say, oh, maybe next month. Ask to speak to a supervisor if you have to. Make sure they put a note in your file. Get a confirmation number. Write it down, seriously. And yeah, I know this all sounds like a lot, I know, but you don't have to do it all at once. Just start. One thing, then the next, step by step. That's all. Remember, small delays now can cause headaches later, and if your info is correct, your payment comes without any stress. That's the goal. Okay, so here's what you really want to do. Step by step. Don't panic. Don't rush. Just take a deep breath and do it one thing at a time. Step 1. Log in to your My Social Security account online at ssa.gov. If you don't have one, well, create one. It's about 10 minutes. Seriously, 10 minutes, and it's worth it. This lets you see your payment history, check your info, and, catch any mistakes before they cause problems. Step 2. Confirm your direct deposit info. Like double-check that your bank account number is correct and active. If you've switched banks recently or got a new card, this is super important. And if you're still getting paper checks, yeah, I know, some people still are, take this week to switch to direct deposit. It's required now, no excuses. Step 3. Confirm your mailing address, even if you're on direct deposit. Yeah, seriously. SSA sends important letters sometimes, and if they go to the wrong address and you don't respond, your payment could get held up. Just double check. Don't skip this. Step 4. Open any letters from Social Security that you haven't read yet, even if they look boring or routine. Even if you're like, ugh, another notice. Open it, read it. Unanswered letters, that's actually one of the top reasons payments get paused.
Now, let me also tell you what not to do because people mess this up all the time. Don't ignore letters or emails, even if they look like junk mail or automated stuff. They often aren't. Don't just assume, oh, my payment came last month, everything's fine. Nope, the system can flag accounts anytime. And yeah, don't call the 800 number and hang up because the wait's long. I get it, it's annoying, but call early, like right at 8 a.m. Eastern when they open, and stay on the line. Your issue is worth the wait, seriously. And please, seriously, do not give your Social Security number to anyone who calls, texts, or emails you claiming to be from Social Security. Like, the real SSA almost never calls first. So if someone calls saying they're from SSA and asks for personal info, just hang up. Don't argue, don't explain, just hang up. And then call the official number yourself. Yeah, that's the safe way. I want to take a breath here for a second and just say something important. Your benefits are not being taken away. This isn't about politics. This isn't about cuts. This is just making sure the system you paid into, that you earned, keeps working the way it's supposed to for you. Look, you are not alone if you're feeling confused or worried. Millions of people are in the same boat right now, and that's exactly why I make these videos, so you have a calm, clear place to come, get real info, and not freak out over a random letter or headline. You have time, you have resources, and you absolutely have every right to your benefits. If this video helped even a little, I want to ask you one small thing. Hit subscribe, not for me, for yourself, because updates like this aren't a one-time thing. Payment schedules change, policy updates happen, verification rules roll out, and every time that happens, I'll be here to walk you through it in plain English. Calm, clear, no hype, no agenda. Just making sure you're protected. And leave a comment below, yeah? Tell me which benefit you get. Retirement, SSDI, SSI, survivors, spousal, so you know who I'm talking to and what info matters most to you. You worked hard for these benefits. You earned them. My job is just to make sure nothing gets in the way of you receiving every dollar you're owed. So, take care of yourself, take those 4 steps before February 25th, and I'll see you in the next video.